The $65 million mega mansion Sagg Pond Estate. What could be better than a huge property on the banks of the Sagg Pond? With panoramic views of the ocean in one of the Hamptons' most exclusive enclaves. What if the home was situated on one of the largest privately owned land parcels in the area, 33 acres to be precise, and was surrounded by dozens more acres of protected land, ensuring privacy and pristine conditions in perpetuity, which was recently marketed by Debbie Loeffler of the Corcoran Group for $65 million, may be best known for its solitude. The price is not nearly as high as the $103 million paid by investment banker Ron Barron for 40 acres of undeveloped waterfront land in East Hampton in 2007. But it would still be a world record for a residential sale, according to Jonathan Miller of the appraisal firm Miller Samuel. The record was set in 2008 with the acquisition of an 8-acre mansion on the ocean in Southampton for $60 million. Mr. Hurst lives in Sagg Pond, a peaceful town between Bridgehampton and East Hampton that was once controlled by family farms before being invaded by Martists. Around 1653, the area was first colonized. Following the failure of Hampton, New York to incorporate, the village was incorporated on September 2005. The addition of Hampton would have prevented Sagg Pond from accessing Atlantic Ocean beaches, such as erosion caused by groins at Georgica Pond in East Hampton Village. Sagg Pond was a census-designated place prior to incorporation, with a population of 582 people in the 2000 census for an area 70% larger than the current village. The Shinnecock Nation's term for land of the great groundnuts inspired the name Sagg Pond, which refers to the groundnut. A frequent myth is that the name refers to potatoes, which were the primary crop farmed by the early settlers. Many of the village's sprawling estates were built on former potato fields. Josiah Stamborough was the first settler in 1656. Sagg was the village's original name. Soon after, the bankers arrived. Mr. Hurst, who also served as president of the Whitney Museum, was one of the area's earliest Wall Street tycoons. A large portion of the beach in the area is likewise protected. Apart from this property, a lovely house built in 1917 sits on famous Quimby Lane, directly on Sagg Pond. And next door to the pleasant Mr. Waters, it belonged to Sono Asato, a 98-year-old ballerina. According to the Wall Street Journal, they are selling because his mother does not use it enough. The property is listed for $37 million and is represented by Deborah Sarby of Sotheby's. Sono Asato was born in Canada to a Japanese father and an Irish-French mother. The word Sono means garden. Her parents were the custodians of the Chicago Phoenix Pavilion and its Japanese garden, both of which were erected for the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893. During the Japanese internment, her father was not allowed to travel further west than Chicago because he was Japanese. Ms. Asato was the first American dancer in the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo, a branch of the Ballets Russes founded after Serge Diaghilev's death. We realize we have strayed from the topic here, but if you are unfamiliar with the Ballets Russes, returning to Sagg Pond, we sincerely hope that the new owners do not demolish the property. The whole fun of living there is feeling like you're not in 2018, Nico Elmail, Sono Asato's son, told the Wall Street Journal. It has an air of tradition about it. From the lovely butler's pantry to the linen storage above, we can see it. In the history of the property, there have only been 2 proprietors. A sandy beach, a tennis court, and a pool are among the nearly 4 acres of land with 300 feet of frontage on Sagg Pond. The property is obviously in need of some TLC. It was last remodeled in 1970. So it most likely has a run-down kitchen and bathrooms, but the rest of it is adorable. Unfortunately, the 5 bedrooms are small, despite the fact that each has a fireplace, which could lead to the house being demolished. With 7,000 square feet of area, there are 5 full bathrooms and 3 half baths. Hence, this is also another amazing property in this neighborhood.